So I'm here with Di from Sydney. And so Di, I wanted to ask you, what was your life like before we started working together?
Okay, so before I started to work with you, I was just in a little bit of a slump with my weight. It started to blow out by the time, so I just hit 50, and then I just noticed that the kilos were gathering every year. So it was sort of going that way from the time I'd got remarried. So over 15 years, when I saw my wedding pictures, I could see, wow, I'm ballooning out now
Mm-hmm.
from that time. So, and then I saw something come up in Facebook where you had a short little story. And I thought, okay, this is the time. I was just also coming off some antidepressant medication, which I originally blamed, but I'm not sure if that was solely the reason why I had put on so much weight. So I had decided, okay, I'm going to start reducing the medication with my doctor's consent. And now it's time to have no more excuses. I can't blame the medication. Let's see what I can do.
Cool. And so what progress have you made so far? How much have you lost?
So when I first joined up with you, that was January the 15th, and I was 79 kilos and 41% fat, body fat. And, so as of the 3rd of May, I was 71.9 kilos, just under, and I'm down to about 37% body fat.
Cool. Do you remember how much in pounds was that? I think you wrote it in the group and I can't remember.
It worked out to about 15.5 pounds. Yeah,
cool.
I have to do the conversion because I'm not familiar with pounds.
So it's not lightning fast, but you've still been enjoying yourself, right? And eating what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I still get to go out. I enjoy going out for dinner with my husband. That's my one indulgence that I will like to do on the weekend. I still like to enjoy myself. It's the only way I can de-stress. I love food. So we still, I still manage to get out and eat, enjoy social gatherings with the family. I had enjoyed Easter with all the extra treats we have, especially those big Maltese biscuits that we have, those big Fagolies. I didn't eat the whole thing. I was able to, have some, but,
Yeah, well, good on you. And so how come my approach has been working for you, do you think?
Well, for me, it was all about the education part, because you've got a really good package as well. So I started to understand how the calories actually. I was doing it the wrong way. I tried a few different things. I tried fasting and the 5-2 diet and things like that. I did lose some weight on that, but I put it back on. But with you, I can check in regularly. We ring, with the online chats. I find that very helpful. The little group we have is very supportive. We're also, I just wanted to share, any success I have, but also not just the success. There were times when it wasn't so, fun and games, and I would have a really bad week and I think, oh, I just blew it. And I didn't think I could recover from it. But then, when I do have a chat with you guys and you would remind me, don't just look at it as one day, look at the week or look at the month. That's your calorie intake for the month. So if I have a really good time on the weekend, well, that's just for that weekend. I've still got the rest of the week or whenever to fix it. It wasn't too late.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. So
mm,
that's the thing. When you're doing it on your own, if you drop the ball, it's going to happen. It's not if, it's when. If you go off
yeah,
track a little bit and you're doing it on your own, that's when people give up and they quit. And so if you've got all the correct pieces of the puzzle in place, the community, the accountability, actually talking with people on the phone, with me on the phone and things, messaging, then I don't let you give up. Or I don't let you sort of
yeah,
continue to go off track. I say, let's come back and keep going. We're making good progress. You only fail when you actually quit for real. And it's, weight loss is not a straight line, right? It's kind of down and then there might be a bit of up and then down and then, oh, okay, I'm back here. And it's a little bit of an emotional roller coaster sometimes, but that's okay as long as you're expecting that to happen and you've got systems in place to get back on track.
exactly. Yeah. Plus, that was exactly what my case looked like. It was very much like, but it was always heading down.
Right.
So considering that, like it's what, May now, so that's 7 kilos. I've put on 15 kilos in 15 years. So
Mm.
I'm not expecting to lose it just like that. So
Yeah.
I do realise now this is the healthier way, because I want it to be something I can maintain. And I wasn't eating properly. I wasn't having breakfast. I was skipping meals. When you were looking at what I was doing as well, like with On Lose It, that was very helpful, because I could see, look, I'm missing meals here, then I'm gorging. You could see the pattern. And then when you suggested, I recommend that you take this in the morning and then that will sustain you so you won't be starving. That made a big difference for me. And I wished I'd learnt about that so many years ago, because it just happened to be when I became a teacher. That
Mm-hmm.
15 years ago was also a lot of changes in my life. So I got married and to my second partner, and I became a school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
bad habits
yeah.
of teaching there.
So yeah, it's funny that you say that. So that's always the case with people that I'm working with. Like they do it and then they get a good result and they're like, oh, I wish I had found this earlier or knew this earlier, or I wish I had done this earlier. I was aware of it and I put it off. And it's
Yeah.
always the case. And then afterwards they're like, why didn't I do this before? So what would you say to someone who's sitting on the fence and they've been in a similar situation to you, struggling for a while, and they're just not sure, they're on the fence about if they should work with me or not? What would you say to them?
Yeah, well, I would say that if you're looking for something that's a quick, fast answer, you're probably misguided. I think having you as I call you a mentor, because you're guiding us and you're like a teacher to us. So if there's on the fence and they're not sure, I would say give it a go, because you can only trial it and see for yourself what I'm experiencing. I can't really impart with them what I've won over, but you've offered so much support that I haven't been able to see anywhere else. Like there aren't any other programs that I even know of, unless you've got a personal trainer and you're a multi-millionaire and they're working for you, But we're getting. I think that this is like the best value I've invested in myself, because this is like I'm worth this. I know that I'm worth improving, worth looking after myself, and you're just a phone call away. And plus the whole little network group as well. They're like our little cheer squad.
Yeah. And I know that, like, I'm so confident from what you've told me that you've learned and things, that when we get to your goal weight, which is just a matter of time, that when you're no longer working with me, you're going to be completely in control. You're not going to be guessing. You're going to know exactly how to maintain your weight. And if your weight goes up again, you're going to know why. You're going to know what to do to stop that from happening. And so you're going to be in control.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I think I was very ignorant to start with. I didn't understand enough about calories. I didn't understand enough about weight loss. And so you educated us. You educated us as a group. The modules are very, I replay them regularly because I want to hear, what was that? There was a really good lesson in lesson 1, or even the recipes you gave us, the diet plan to start us off. I followed that by the letter, even to the point I remember I rang you once and I said, Joe, it's got like, I have to have a glass of wine. But, do you remember that? And I said, do I have to drink that? And you said yes.
Yes, no, of course there's flexibility there, but that's the thing. You can't follow, I have the plan to get people started, but you can't follow someone else's meal plan and realistically expect to do that for the rest of your life. You're just kidding yourself. When we work together, I give you something to begin with, but then I'm going to kind of virtually hold your hand and we're going to tweak it to suit your preferences and your lifestyle and your medical conditions if that is a thing that we need to consider as well. That's what's sustainable and realistic. And then I know you can get to your goal and once you're there, you'll stay there. And this will be the last time you ever have to invest in your health in this way, in something like this. So that's the best part.
And to think that, we've got you for the whole year. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to need you that long, but just knowing that I have still got access to you is really, it's just comforting to know that, I'm not doing this by myself. And it's so convenient because I can just get on Zoom. I didn't really know much about Zoom before, but now, like, it's just a regular, easy thing to do. And plus, on top of that, if we wanted to have the personal calls as well in with you, plus there's still always updates on Facebook and, we're not short of communication, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's so important, accountability and support. Weight loss is what makes it difficult is that it's confusing if you don't have a plan to follow, and B, it takes a long time. So that's what makes it difficult. And it's hard for us to do things, just human nature, to do things that take a long time on our own. Sometimes it's impossible. You need that group environment. You need to know you're not doing it alone. You need that support, not only to ask questions, but sometimes you need a little kick in the butt.
Yeah, it's very nice to know that there's other people going through the same thing. And I can also chime in and help because I feel like, oh yes, I've been there. I think I know how to help this person. And so then I'll throw in my 2 cents worth. And it's not just, hearing it from one perspective. You can hear it from a few. And then you come in with your wise words as an overlay at the end or something after everybody's had a go. So that's really good too.